Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Right, now something's been going around in my head a little bit to try and get this engine for the Budget Clubman unseized. When I first got the car, I chucked some oil down there thinking that might unseize it. There's loads of things I've heard. Fuel, like i.e. just your normal unleaded petrol. Diesel, I've heard is very good, so I've tried oil and diesel so far. The engine's still locked up. Now, whether I use this engine actually within sort of the end specs of the build of this car, I don't know. I'm still going to keep it, and I will build it one day because it is the original engine of the car, you know, numbers matching and all that sort of thing. But I just want to try a bit of an experiment on it, really. Now, there's loads of things out there you can use. White vinegar, I've heard, is really good for unseizing engines as well, and just genuinely cleaning up rust. People have actually put cure rust down the bores. Now, for me, it's just a bit too expensive. It's £10 for a pot like that. I'm not pouring that down bores on the off chance it might work. So there's something that I normally have in the house, which is Coca-Cola. So I'm going to try that. Why not? So I thought, instead of just trying it and telling you in the next episode of the Budget Clubman build, I thought, why not sort of share it with you guys? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour out some Coca-Cola into a cup, and I'm just going to pour it in the bores. I'm filming this now on the 5th of February. So what I will do is I will leave it a week and I'll come back to you guys. If it's moving, mint, really chuffed. But if it's not, I'm going to try something else. I think if this doesn't work, I'm going to go back to I'm going to try white vinegar. I've never tried that. But yeah, I mean, I did a video quite a while back with the Clubman hubcaps using tin foil to clean rust off. Now that works really well. Bit of spray, you know, water or just any sort of lubricant, tin foil. It gets corrosion and rust off the surface. I did mention in that video then that you can use Coca-Cola. So, but those hubcaps didn't warrant it. They weren't that bad. The foil did absolutely perfect, and the rust has stayed at bay on it. So I can't knock it for that. But for this, you know, obviously you can't just sit there with tin foil to do this. You want to leave something seeping. So I've had no joy. So why not? Let's just try it for the sake of a few pennies that it's going to cost. Let's give it a go. So I'll show you the engine now. Warning before I show you the engine, it does look quite tired. It has been sat a long while. When I got the car, I got the windscreen, obviously all the bits and pieces with it, but the windscreen had the tax disc in it. The last time it was on the road was 2001. So I imagine this engine probably sees sometime after that, so maybe a few years after that, maybe it's sat, so maybe you could say 2003 maybe, that this engine has been seized by. Yeah, it's not good. It's not, you know, someone basically took the head off it and left it like that, so it's through no one's fault really, other than the person that took the head off, maybe just didn't realise it, or didn't realise they'd sell the project in the end. So I acquired it off a mate of mine, and that's how he got it, and he's like, I don't know why he took the head off, because if he left the head on, it would have kept a bit of oil and lubricant in there, and it might have just saved it. So let's have a look at this engine. Right, so I've just left the head on there loosely, basically, just to sort of, like I say, it came with the head off it, and I've just plonked it there just for storage purposes, so it should, in theory, wiggle off. Oh, you can see a bit of the diesel still in there that I've put in these bores down here. It's not done anything. Well, saying that, there's grainy rust in there. It might have done something. But before this video I checked and it's still locked up, so who knows, it might be working, it might not. Alright, so I've just wiped out with just some basic roll the diesel that was in there. Luckily not all of it seeped away, so we might be in luck. Either there's so much rust that the bores aren't leaking, the rings aren't leaking, or, you know, there might be a chance. So I'm just going to clean this surface up with a bit of brake and clutch cleaner, because it's got really dusty and dirty, sort of sat in my garage. So I'll give it a quick wipe down. Keith Miller will be proud of me. He loves his brake and clutch cleaner. So it's a shame, because this engine, according to the gauges, has only done about, I think it's 54,000 or something like that. So really not a high mileage engine. So it's an absolute shame that this has happened to it, really. Obviously the internals of this are completely unknown. You would be risking it just putting this in your car. However, I've been giving engines that look like they've been sat in a lake, and we've done a head gasket on it and they fired up. James Champion, that did the Mayfair video with me, that was his little Mayfair obviously in the video. We did an 850 many years ago and it looked awful and it ran as sweet as a nut. So yeah, we'll have to see. But like I said, still locked up. There's quite a bit of rust on the bores. I mean, they are bad. So, but as for experimental purposes, let's have a go. Right, so I've just got a cup. I've just bought some and had a little drink. It'd be a shame to waste it really, wouldn't it? All of it anyway. But I'm going to put about half of that in each bore. Obviously you want to try and get it in all of the bores, but the engine's locked, so I can't turn it. So I'm going to leave it for a week or so in these two, and then try and turn it. If we can try and turn it, I might drop some more and just loosen some more. But let's see. What's scary is this has corrosive properties. You know, it really cleans metal up, and we drink it. But it's really good. It is just refreshing. But let's pour it away. Should be saving this Coke for my rum, really. No, I'm pouring it in an A-series engine. Right, so you can see where I filled it up to. I've sort of tried to do it about level. You can see quite how corroded the bores are on this. You know, they're not good. So we'll see what happens. Like I say, I'm going to leave it a week. It bobbling away. But yeah, so we'll just see what happens, I guess. This is a waiting game. Right, so while we wait to see if this does anything really, it might all sink away. The rings might be completely shot and it might actually fall into the engine. So regardless, obviously I'm not going to run this engine with Coca-Cola in it. The engine's going to get stripped and rebuilt regardless, because the bores are just that rusty. But I wanted to share it with you guys. I wanted an excuse to do something like this because, like I say, I didn't use Coca-Cola on those hubcaps, and I've never really had a seized engine that I've bothered getting unseized. I've bought cars with seized engines, just chucked the engine away, not chucked it, you know what I mean, but didn't use it and just put another engine in the car. But obviously, again, for the pure rebuild cost, I'm not going to be putting this engine back in the car. I have got a spare 998, and I actually have a 998 in my van as well, so I have two at my disposal really that I can use. So for the sheer cost of rebuilding 1100, I'm just not going to bother doing that. I'll put a little foul in it and, you know, stage 1 kit or whatnot, and it'll go fine. So it doesn't have to be fast, it just has to get me down the road and sound good, which to me every A series sounds pretty good. So that one's bubbling away. I can actually see the level on this one going down as we're talking now, so that concerns me a little bit, but it also does mean that something's getting past it now. Whereas my diesel didn't really do a lot, it stayed there. So we'll see, guys. We could be in with something here. So what I'll do is, it's the 5th February today. Come back to you in a week, so shall we say the 10th? I'll try and film something on the 10th and I'll show you, number 1, is there anything still in there? Number 2, is it moving? And number 3, the basic corrosion on those bores. Has it, you know, gone down? Has it cleaned off a little bit? It'll be interesting to see. If anyone's ever used this method, let me know. Again, I wouldn't advise necessarily doing it, but why not? The engine's going to get rebuilt. So yeah, it's a bit weird, and like I say, I can hear it now, it's fizzing away, which is, I think, is a good sign. It must be doing something. So yeah, wanted to share it with you guys anyway. So what we'll do is we'll check back on the 10th and we'll see what happens. thank you for watching this short, random video, but I didn't want to do it and not share it with you guys, because at the end of the day, you're along with me with both these builds. This is part of the build, okay, like I say, it's not going to get used, but it came with the car, it's part of its history, it's part of what I'm doing. So yeah, let's see how we get on. Post in the comments below if you've ever, like, I don't know, bathed a load of stuff in Coca-Cola, little parts and brackets and whatnot, screws. Has it worked? I'd be really interested to see, to see and hear about that. So yeah, drop in the comments below. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. We do loads of random things like this. We've got restorations on the go, and yeah, we've got so much coming up. So please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment below, because I would like to hear some stories about use of Coca-Cola for corrosion and stuff like that, and what else you've used. So like I said, this doesn't work, I'm going to try white vinegar. So why not? It's another thing that's relatively cheap to try. So right, catch you in the next one, guys. Thank you.